Okay. You know that I like photographers, hopefully by now. I really just love their work. Wow, this one is something special. We know that beauty exists in the world everywhere we look, but you just have to actually take the time to look. Dino Serrao is a photographer who does that simply by walking the streets. He'll see someone, some stranger, anybody, and just ask them if they would mind if he took their picture. His purpose is to show that everyone is beautiful, even if it's not obvious to others that are looking. His work has gained a huge following. Millions are witnessing how one very skilled, very keen-eyed person can make the seemingly invisible visible, and not just make an impression, but an impact. I am so pleased to introduce to you Dino. He is tuning in all the way from Oslo, Norway. I can't believe that we get to talk to you across the world. Dino, how are you?
Buongiorno a lei, buongiorno Michaela.
Buongiorno, cugino. I love this. This is wonderful to have you with us. So I need to know your story. Obviously, you're a very, very talented photographer, but when did you decide that faces were what interested you, that you wanted to focus on faces?
Well, I actually started when I was very young. So I had this passion for photography, but more than just photography, also people and their expression and everything. I don't know, I always wanted to capture those moments. And for me was literally amazing, because I wanted to not only stop those moments, but actually share to the world the beauty of everyone. And there was something that I always had in my head.
Your vision is very clear. You know, when I see these photos, and what I love about what you do on social media is that you show the approach, right? You essentially just stop somebody on the street and say, hey, I'd love to take your picture. And they're often people who feel not necessarily seen. They're not necessarily feeling beautiful. They're not feeling important. What do you see that others don't?
Well, actually, everything is because I strongly believe that you know, many of us we spend our time and our days so focused in many things, many problems. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I totally understand everyone. The thing is, I always think, I think all of us, each one of us, we really deserve a moment where, you know, someone says to us, wow, damn, you're very cool, you're very beautiful. Or, you know, the way you are. It's like, remember how worthy you are, like your value, you know, and everything. So, and it's something that, especially nowadays, we tend to forget. We take for granted that, well, okay, I'm like this, you know. I mean, it's okay, and it's ordinary, but ordinary
is extraordinary.
It's extraordinary.
It really is. And Dino, I think it's really interesting, because think about what you're doing. Not only are you sharing this incredible image, look at those eyes. You're sharing that image with the world, but what you're doing in that moment when you talk to that person and say, I'd like to take a photo of you, and then you show them a picture of themselves, perhaps in a way they've never seen themselves. That's the other part of the power of what you're doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. For me, it's really, really important. I would say I'm more a people person than a photographer. A lot of people say, you're so talented, you're so good photographer and everything. I am not. I only chose the photography. I only chose the photography to show people how beautiful they are.
My God.
So in that way, but the 80% of everything I do is there with the people. It's just they need to be aware of that. It's just they're not aware. It's just I want to stop them, no matter what they're doing in any moment of their life, and say, look, even if you were doing just the grocery shop, I stopped you now.
You're
and I
still
will show you
exceptional.
how, look at you.
Okay, let's
You're
look at
so
three of them.
cool.
There's so many, but you sent three of your favorite photos, and I want you to tell us, this is Wayne. Tell us a little bit quickly about Wayne.
Well, this one was amazing because honestly, I was literally walking on the street, on the footpath, and from the other side of the road, I saw this guy literally chilling on the bench and just having probably his a break from work. And I noticed something, and then with his long hair and everything, for me, it was a superhero. For me, it was a warrior. I don't know what to say.
100%.
This is what I saw. And still, he was very humble and fragile. He looked so fragile. Also, the way he was posing and everything. But I saw power in his eyes, and his face. And
okay, here's another one, Jamie, which I know it was similar that you encountered him kind of in the same way along a footpath.
Yes, that's right. Jamie was one of my first beautiful encounter. I literally was looking at this situation where everyone were very busy, as you can see in the road, on the street, sorry, on the footpath. Everyone's were running and going everywhere, and this gentleman was walking slowly and enjoying his moment. And I was like, oh my God, that's it. That's beautiful. I have to capture him. I have to take picture of him. Absolutely. It's incredible. And, you know, it was amazing because one day I also print a big poster of him and I gave it to him. I just called him and coincidence that day was his birthday.
Oh,
I didn't
how
know.
beautiful. Dino, that's amazing.
I honestly wanted to cry.
Not all of them are easy to get to. Here's Indiana is one of your favorite photos. Lastly, we'll end with this. And I know it was not easy to do. You wanted to take her photo. You even approached her employer about it. And he's like, good luck with that. She's not going to let you. How did you manage to get her convinced to take the photo?
So when basically when her employer told me, good luck with that. I try, as you say, that I took it as a challenge, kind of a challenge. I was like, I have to show this woman how I see her and how beautiful she is, no matter what. She was very reserved. She was very, very hard to approach and everything. But then, I basically went to that cafe for I guess for more than 2 months.
Wow, you really invested in that.
Every week.
You build up confidence.
Every week, to get in confidence with her. And at the end, I did it. She opened up with me. She told me her story and everything. And she allowed to take these pictures, and was one of the best moments. She told me, you made my day, but I actually told her, no, you made my day. It's different.
Well, Dino,
it's different.
I have to tell you, you make my day every time I see one of your photos pop up in my feed. I love your work. I love your purpose of what you're trying to do to show people, to show you how beautiful you are. I think you're a very special human, and I can't wait till you come to LA and I can buy you lunch.
I'll be super honored. I can't admit, I'm coming to LA.
Okay,
I just want people to know that I'll be there.
Let us know.
I'll be there to make an impact with you guys.
Dino, what a pleasure. You can follow him on Instagram, Dino Serrao. Please do follow, because it'll just fill your feed with joy and love and just such beauty. Stay well and stay healthy, Dino. Good to see you, and I can't wait to meet you.